depends upon what it depends. It depends on what stage they're at insofar as what does outsourcing mean. So what I mean by that is that, so I would strongly advise anyone that we work with these days, we'd advise to be using something cloud-based. We're big advocates of Xero and would strongly recommend that. So once you're using something like that, when you say outsource, there could be an element of, the founder still keeps a handle on the financials, and the accountant would then come in, just validate them on a quarterly or annual basis. That said, they can make things that efficient with this kind of software that they can outsource it from very, very early stage. So it's about return on investment. If the founder is spending 1 day a week on their finances and spending £100 to £200 a month on an accountant to outsource it completely, are they going to be able to spend that time and money elsewhere on something better? Whereas if the company is completely bootstrapping and the founder only spends half a day a week on it and quite enjoys it and it gives them a better handle on the business, then that's a more sensible option. So I think that people generally, startups should have an idea of how their accounts are going to be managed. So they might have somebody within the team who's going to do the bookkeeping. They've got an external advisor, or they might quite often, I've got stakes in a number of startups where, I never asked for it, but I've been given sweat equity because I believed in them. They needed so much help, but they couldn't afford to pay the funds until they'd raised, So there could be a variety of options. I don't think there's a particularly definitive point. I think it depends on what's the cost of that and what return are they going to get elsewhere. So because we're an outsourced accounting function for a number of startups that are pre-revenue. And there's 1 or 2 of those, probably less than 5, where they're pre-revenue and haven't raised. The directors believe so much they pay. They've invested themselves personally, and they see it as a valuable use of their funds to do it that way. So then at that point, then it comes back to the business plan. At what point, if you wanted to be more prescriptive about it. When you're looking at the model, at what point can the business afford to? Is that once we get to this number of customers, we've got revenues of this, and that leaves money in the budget to outsource here. So you could do it based on projections and when revenues are sufficient, but normally it's about, say with anything, it's return on investment for any cost.